So hello guys, welcome. We are back in Gainesville, Texas, where we're currently jaywalking.
Have you signed a sign-up sheet?
I have not.
What we're doing is we're having you put down your name and number and then an emergency contact name and number just for safety precautions.
Is this because of the militia?
Yes.
Eshna!
Yes, we just want to make sure that everybody's taken care of. Hey, boo!
Let me switch that camera around so I'm not doxing anyone.
Thank you.
Hello!
Are you streaming?
I am. We're live.
Woohoo!
For all 0 people, I should probably let Woke know that I'm live. I just went live a few minutes ago. It's the first protest I've been able to make it out for a while, so...
I need to go talk to Pat.
Alright, question. Is that supposed to be for us or against this? That little...
They are making a statement because Gainesville was one of the biggest mass
That's
hangings.
a Gainesville hanging thing. Okay.
And also I think it's supposed to represent the people who voted no against removing the statue.
Okay.
Oh, that's my understanding. I don't have confirmation, but that's what I think.
Alright, well.
Let's do like my new toy that I got yesterday.
You should know better than to call those toys.
Alright, I'm gonna go talk to him.
I did want to go over a few announcements. So the way that we're setting up tonight, if everyone that's on our side could stay on this courthouse lawn, do not step into the road. I believe they're going to try and keep counters across the street or around the blocks, wherever they are. So just stay on our side of the road. Do not engage as usual. We're going to have quite a bit of education tonight, so you guys are more than welcome to listen to that from across the street. And then we'll get started at 6:30, so we're going to continue and just play music. There is a sign-in sheet over here with Kermisha, if she could wave her hand real quick. And then I have another one floating. I don't know if she can hear me or where she is, but Courtney has one as well, and she should be waving her hand. So just sign in with her. We have waters and Gatorades in all the coolers around the cement, and there's hand sanitizer, extra mask. Make sure you get all of that. There's also pamphlets. But yeah, we're gonna get started at 6:30, so I wanted to let you guys know. We're just gonna continue playing music so everyone can chill out.
Hello, Stingray.
I can't sing, but I'm gonna work hard for you to like me. Didn't dream, cause if I failed, then I might be what they said I was. Could I ever say I did it? Tell Ye now that I'm second to admit it. Insecure, I can't understand the application.
So for those of you that are not familiar with the statue, this is arguably the worst part of it. O home of tears, but let her bear this blazon to the end of time. No nation rose so white and fair, none fell so pure of crime. Kind of a shitty thing to say.
Yep, thank you.
Apparently last week, ooh, the upside down flag, nice. Apparently,
They did not show up like last week. I was really expecting way more.
Way more people?
Way more people, way more kind of
Let me tell you about, we had them people out in Weatherford in that sun yesterday, and I bet you a lot of them thought they were going to be here tonight.
And they had to go get some
and they just...
They had to go pick up some
And are just too exhausted to come out here. That's my bet.
Well, but they were standing... A lot of them were standing
Under
underneath
awnings.
the shade.
Yeah, except for the people that were. But even then, with their old selves.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you. I'm barely here today.
Oh, I had, y'all know those salon cloths, like patches that are like, kind of like,
Oh!
oh no,
You mean like...
they're like biofreeze paint patches. I had
that's an ant pile. Who hung the nooses? Okay, so the story of the nooses is actually that Gainesville originally voted to stay out of the Confederacy. And the Confederacy, in retaliation for that, decided to hang 30-something people from Gainesville in what is known as the worst war crime, I guess domestic war crime in United States history. So all these Gainesville people that think, you know, oh, the statue's our history. Well, no, it's not. Gainesville voted to stay out of the Confederacy, and the statue was erected later. Last week, there were a lot more militia members. You don't really see a lot of them here right now. Oh, there is that one thin blue line guy on that corner. They're kind of on that corner. You can, you might be able to see the flags from here.
What's up, Flutter?
How's it going? Remind me your online handle?
Savvy Dad.
Ah, gotcha. I'm finally able to make it to something. So. Yeah. Fucking, we finally got a third guy at work, so I'm gonna try and give him the evening shifts.
Good.
So is that a Trump guy just casually with a sniper over there?
You got people watching now?
That,
Are you famous?
define famous.
I'm not medic friend today. I'm
You're-
gun friend.
You're medic-kun fan. No, that doesn't work.
Medic-gun?
Get it? Armed medic fan?
Get a medic. Get it.
Yep. It's good to be back out here.
Oh,
I was sad that I missed Weatherford yesterday, though.
Yeah,
I wanted to go to Weatherford.
We had an exhausting day yesterday.
I bet.
We did a group trip to the gun show. Welcome to the gun show.
Oh yes, look at those guns.
Shut up.
Yes.
No.
We got 300 plus people watching on international protests. So we only got 16 on the personal channel, but that doesn't include woke and international protests.
Shit.
So
they just watched me off like them off.
yes, it's the gun show, you know. Black Lives Matter, give me your guns. Yes. The blue rose of Texas.
It's yellow rose, but you know.
Yeah, but that's a blue rose.
Thank you.
Ash. It is the blue rose
Now
of
all the
Texas.
cops
It's
can identify
tattooed
you.
on her arm. It's the blue rose of Texas. What's on the other arm?
You ready? You ready?
The symbol of white supremacy.
Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
The first step towards white supremacy is being white.
But hey, Periwinkle.
What?
Periwinkle.
Periwinkle.
Did you get Zello downloaded?
I don't know who you are.
Did you get Zello downloaded?
Yes, I did.
Do you have it on? Because I called you and you didn't answer.
So you can see there's a few of them on that corner. 1, 2. Not nearly the response there was last week, apparently. They got 3 on that bench. People are mostly, we're segregating our sides. We got the counter protesters over there. Honestly, the Save Our Children guy could be over here if he wanted, because that's a good cause, but I don't know what he's doing. There might be more people later. You never know. But right now, there's more of us than there are them. Oh, I never got to read this. Cook County Courthouse. Settlement of the area, now known as Cook County, began in late 1845. The county was created by the state legislature in 1848 and named for William G. Cook, Republic of Texas Quartermaster General and a participant in the Battle of San Jacinto. Land for a county seat was donated by Mary E. Clark, and the new town was named Gainesville in honor of U.S. Army General Edmund Pendleton Gaines. There have been 4 courthouses located on this site. The first, a small log structure, was erected in 1850. It was replaced in 1853 by a 1-story frame building, which was later destroyed by a fire. The third courthouse, a 2-story limestone structure, was completed in 1880 and destroyed by fire in 1909. Designed by the Dallas architectural firm of Lang & Witchell, construction of this Beaux Arts-style courthouse began in 1910. The Gainesville firm of Garrett and Collins served as supervising architects, and M.P. Kelly of Gainesville was the contractor. The impressive brick and limestone building features terracotta ornamentation, eagle brackets, and a copper-clad dome. Clocks were added to the dome in 1920 as a World War I memorial. The courthouse is an important North Texas landmark. I guess. Who's us and them? The protesters who want the statue to come down and the armed right-wing militia that's staring us down, making sure we don't do anything. Because they hear, you know, all these violent Antifa types.
Drinking a Cadillac, drinking a battle rap, so is it Godspeed that we travel at? It's danger in our own habitat. Them guns and dope, man, y'all can have it back.
I mean, we have a lot of people that are just kind of aggressively staring at us, but they know better. Look at them. See if they're willing to talk. I think we tried that once before. We did it in McKinney. However, this is a different right-wing militia group that's not quite as open to conversation, I think. Alright, the event's supposed to start at 6:30. It's a new day. I mean, I'm just the guy capturing stuff. I'm not the one here to initiate conversation. That's up to the leaders. Fucking stick. Is this BLM or Trump? You mean the right-wing opposition? Well, there's a guy with a Trump 2020 flag on his truck that says fuck your feelings, but other than that, this is just a generalized right-wing militia that I really don't think they have a purpose other than to destroy Antifa. You know, that hateful left-wing group. I have a feeling that if I just play Cotton Eye Joe, maybe we can find some common ground and just like white man dance in the street. Just like bend our legs, just bump it like the awkward white guy in the club. We need a full report on that grass. Okay. Some nice grass. Grass ASMR. All right, that's enough of that. That's your grass report for the stream.
Close up, that way you know me better. I got one, I got zoom on it, brother.
You want me to come closer? Or am I not your type? This is the part where I just lift my shirt up and rub my stomach. Just. I'm gonna name him Thaddeus. I think so. That's right. You heard it here. The right wing believes I have a black baby in my stomach. I don't know if they thought he was the second course or if I just got impregnated. That's about all the trolling I can really do. I can just lift up my shirt and rub my stomach, that's all. Oh, they got Chips Ahoy, fuck yeah. Honestly, I feel like...
Go ahead and get started. We're going to do it a little more traditional this time, and we're going to start with the pledge. I personally will be kneeling during the pledge, just because even though it says justice and liberty for all, we know that that's not exactly true. So I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Register so that he can say the pledge, and then we'll get the actual started.
Hi.
We're protesting a statue.
I'll talk about that in a minute, but she asked us to please start with the pledge. Also inclined, either put your hand over your heart, take a knee, stand at attention, whatever you believe to be most appropriate. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. When they wrote the Pledge of Allegiance in the 1890s, they understood that this was supposed to be equal religion country. But in the 1950s, they wanted to distinguish us from the Soviet Union, and they didn't think that all the mass slaughter in the Soviet Union was a big difference. So instead of that, they stuck under God in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you don't mind, I'm going to say the Pledge of Allegiance now, and I'm going to leave out that 1950s imposition. So this is the original. And hand over heart, whether you're on your knee or standing up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So to start our event, we're actually very lucky to have Dr. Register here today. He has a doctorate in philosophy, and he started a group called TheFlutternater. He's been traveling across Texas to give the true history of the Civil War and looking at.
They're mad that we left out under God.
Under God! Under God!
You take Allah out of section, and then people get all freaked out.
I'm sorry.
And I'm Trey. Pleasure to meet you.
My homies help me. I'm going to be trying to do some education. You're upset. Try Iran. Alright, I'm Dr. Brad Register. I am from Austin. Because I am from Austin, this is not my statue. It is your statue. It is often at a legislative agenda for a certain political party to see to it that your counties, that cities and school districts cannot decide for themselves how to manage their own affairs. So sometimes the legislature wants to say, look, county, school districts, cities, you don't know how to decide whether to take a monument down, so we're going to write a law telling you you've been doing it wrong all this time. So they want to move that power up to the state level. I will not say that I am personally the one who stopped that law last time around, but I did spend a lot of time in staffers' offices. So you still have control. Your local government still has the control that it has always been supposed to have. Somebody probably had an aneurysm. There are some damned angry people around here. All right. So, people like to say that these monuments preserve our history. These monuments under God preserve our history, they like to say. Alright, these monuments do not preserve our history. They're the opposite of history. History is all the things people have done in the past, and you can't affect that in any way. History is also the study of what people have done in the past, and that monument over there is not a study of anything. It has no interpretations, it has no factual statements. It is not history. People will sometimes say that if we don't learn the lessons of history, we're doomed to repeat them. And then they want to keep something like that up. All right, here's what your monument here says. To the women whose patriotism will teach their children to emulate the deeds of their revolutionary sires. The point of the thing is to make people emulate their ancestors. Now that's not an effective way of getting people not to repeat the errors of history. It says, God holds the scales of justice, he will measure praise and blame, and the South will stand the verdict and will stand it without shame. Saying that you're not ashamed of something doesn't keep people from doing it again. It says, O home of tears, but let her bear this blazoned to the end of time. No nation rose so white and fair, none fell so pure of crime. People actually want to say, we learn from these monuments so we don't repeat our history. The whole point of the monument is to say specifically, let's repeat our history. It's explicit. They're saying, emulate the people we're honoring on this statue. All right, we're going to skip the fun parts of this. So I hope everybody got that pamphlet I was handing out. If you didn't get it, go try to find one. But we're not going to do the singing part. You know what? I'm going to do one of the singing part. All right. So everybody knows the song Dixie. Well, the Union rewrote it. They made their own fun version. So that's on the back of the first page of the pamphlet if you got it. Oh, down south in the land of traders, rattlesnakes and alligators, right away, come away, right away, come away. Where cotton's king and men are chattels, Union boys will win the battles, right away, come away, right away, come away. We'll all go down to Dixie, away, away. Each Dixie boy must understand that he must mind his Uncle Sam. And if you all don't hush, I'm going to go back to singing.
They literally just cheered for a Union version of Dixie.
All right, next page.
I don't think these people are smart enough to know exactly what they're here for. I really don't.
Next page. This is a Confederate recruitment poster. This was posted in Virginia in May of 1861. Now that was a little bit more than a month into the shooting. The first notable battle of the Civil War was the First Battle of Manassas. It was fought in late April 1861. The Confederate Army won that battle.
He dropped his mask.
So there were no Union soldiers anywhere in the South at the moment. There were no rumors of rapacious Yankees, either true or false. That stuff didn't start coming up until near the end of the war with Sherman's March. So this is a recruitment poster directed at the ordinary white Southern man. This was not directed at rich slave owners. This was directed at ordinary men who might or might not enslave anybody and mostly didn't. All right,
We already
here's
said
what
under
the
God, though.
ordinary Southern white man responded to. Headquarters, Virginia Forces, Staunton, Virginia, men of Virginia to the rescue. Your soil has been invaded by your abolition foes. That's the first sentence, right? They said, hey guys, we want you to join our army. Do you know why? So we can fight against the abolitionists. They said, hey, ordinary, regular white guy, we need you to sign up for the army to fight the abolitionists. Not the tariffs, not the centralists, not the too much power in the executive, to fight the abolitionists. That's not postmodernism, that's not liberalism, it's not Marxism, it's not any historian at all, legitimate or illegitimate. That's what people in the Confederate Army thought would appeal to the ordinary Southern white man. All right, look a little bit farther down it. Let us drive back the invading foot of a brutal and desperate foe, or leave a record to posterity that we died bravely defending our homes and firesides. It's May 1861. There's no Yankees anywhere. No burnt homes, no burnt firesides. Who were they afraid of? All right? They were going to defend the honor of our wives and daughters. From whom? Not one rumor yet existed about rapacious Yankees. The only people that the ordinary Southern white man wanted to defend his wife and daughter from were dangerous black men, who we all know have criminal tendencies.
I'd be pissed off about the A&M
The
cooler,
object of
too.
fear there was not the Union. The object of fear was liberated black people. They said it, not me. All right. Skip over to the next page.
Is that a grenade
Skip over
launcher?
to the next page. This is a
Or a
song
shotgun,
written by
I
an
really can't fucking
ordinary
tell.
Confederate private. His name is T.W. Croson. He was a member of the Alabama Hickory's Infantry Regiment. And he wrote this song to the tune of a song called Root Hog or Die, which nobody's ever heard anymore. It took me a long time to find it online. I will really need that. Thank you. Ordinary Southern soldier. And he wrote this little song, and it goes like this. Now, if you would all listen while I relate about the case of freedom, you hear to calculate, oh, they've tried to enslave us, but sooner was the cry, oh, liberty for Southern boys, run, yank, or die. Okay, I got it so far. And then here starts the chorus. This chorus shows up 9 times in this song. In the chorus of this song, sung by ordinary Southern white men, mostly not slave owners, written by an ordinary Southern white man, probably not a slave owner, the
shotgun.
chorus begins, hurrah
It's the
for
strangest
slavery.
looking shotgun I've
It's
ever
in there
seen.
9 times. You know, it's a marching song, so you don't just sing it once, you sing it over and over and over and over again all day long. So what happened is your ordinary Southern white boy gets up at 5 in the morning, has his cup of coffee, and then with his, tattered up boots that he was issued 6 months ago, and he's marched 1,000 miles on them, he got up, and from 6 in the morning until 8 at night, he said every about 9 minutes, hurrah for slavery. He marched 30 miles that day saying hurrah for slavery every 30 seconds. Thousands of times every day, the ordinary non-slave owning white Southern soldier said, hurrah for slavery. What was that guy fighting about? Well,
Damn, I don't have a press pass.
later President Jefferson Davis had explained what the ordinary Southern white man would fight for. He gave a speech in Aberdeen, Mississippi on May 26, 1851. Now, in newspapers at the time, they didn't have a recording, so they would say, the speaker said. So this is reported in the third person. This is from the media. Davis said he really said that the poor men, who own their Negroes themselves, would all be against the institution, and would possibly array themselves and decide to say their union men. That is, the institutions is black men. Oh, yeah. So
Around here, we've already talked about it. So he lifts it up where it's
but that, he could not believe that the poor men of the country were so blind to their own interests as well as cheated out of their privileges, which they now enjoy, that now they stand
GPD chief, he basically said he was well, he didn't send an email about the noise disturbance. They told us when they got it. So,
by him having this in his hand,
we already been. I told him to go take care of it because we've already been in contact with the FBI Civil Rights Division, and they're already investigating GPD. So they can take care of it now, or we can send it back to the FBI and have them look into it.
What happened?
This guy over here.
The loud one?
With the gun that is on for 2 weeks ago. Every time he switches cars. Yep, well, that's a nice, right? So he was down
I should get a press pass. Oh, there goes the old MAGA man with his rifle.
Put your mask on.
You have it, you don't have it on.
Okay?
You know Corona's a thing.
You're not saving our children if you're not wearing a mask.
How are you saving the children? You don't have a mask on.
Children under the age of 4
Have a mask on.
I'm here to save our children.
Then put the mask on.
Put the mask on, man.
Put the mask on.
Put the mask on, man. Put the mask on, man.
There's about 1,700 people that have died by COVID.
180,000.
180,000. You're not saving shit. Put your mask on.
All just trying to change the narrative. I see that.
Put your mask on.
Haven't been able to be out in a while, but it's good to be back. So what was up with that guy?
Other than acting a fucking fool.
Alright, go ahead and ban Johnny K. Why don't you have red shoes?
I wish I had red shoes.
It would complete the outfit. At least wear black shorts, so it's like half and half. Not until you get a mask.
Put it on if you can come over
Well,
here. You're not
put it on. You're surrounded by other people that won't wear it.
You're gonna get sick.
I appreciate your message, but we really need you to put on a mask.
Everybody have to have a mask on.
Save a human life with a menial task.
Period.
Save a human life with a menial task.
And put the mask on!
99 million. What are these numbers he's throwing at me? I tipped over the water. Yeah, I actually got that from like a TikTok video. I don't have TikTok, but like it's shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Save a human life with the menial task. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Shut the fuck up and put on your mask. It's actually a really fucking catchy song. Let's see what's happening over here. Anything interesting happening over here?
We got one cop ready to pull people over for excessive honking and writing tickets.
I didn't even hear any honking.
What they've forgotten is that we have documented footage of how all the counter protesters that they pull over get warnings. But for some reason, it's just a Black Lives Matter.
My singing is atrocious. Well, I'll just have to fucking work on that, won't I? Let me try a lower register. Just shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Save a human life with a menial task. Maybe you wanted Kermit the Frog, like, oh, shut the fuck up and put on your mask. Save a human life with a menial task.
Am I still a bitch? You still think I'm a bitch? You want to tell my followers what a bitch I am? You don't want to do that? You just want to talk shit about me on your own feed when I'm not around to defend myself?
I haven't said anything about you today.
Not today. Yeah, y'all hadn't said anything about me today. Oh, shoot. I got a little girl watching me. Rosie! Let me watch my language. At least I wish would told me that a little bit sooner. Now that I know I've got my youngest fan watching. Rosie, I'm so proud of you.
It's my biggest fan.
I got a package coming your way soon. And Mama told me you've been working real hard to bring awareness to Black Lives Matter.
Not a rival, perhaps. She was super aggressive towards some counter-protesters who were just kind of sitting there. I called her out on it. And now she's mad at me. That's basically it. Oh, she wants to play. All right. Let's do this. Alright, since we're each other's biggest fans, why don't we have an open and honest conversation about the issues that we have with each other and work to resolve them?
My issue that I have with you is that you called me profane names on your stream when I wasn't around.
Okay.
That's the only issue I have with you.
My issue with you is that you're being...
You walked around and you talked poorly about me to my allies and friends who invited me where I was, and you tried to tell them that I was there with ill intent, and then they all turned around and told me, every person you talked poorly about me to, turned around and told me because they invited me there. So that's my problem that I have with you, and I think God just made that very clear. That's it. That's the only problem I have. Oh, and also the fact that you only seem to show up when you think you can exploit the movement for something to pump your own feed. I also think that's kind of lame of you, but, you know, that's cool.
Can you elaborate on that?
No, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I really don't.
You got your own stream. Talk about it all you want. Go talk to your 150 followers.
There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to talk about, exactly. So don't talk then. But let me tell you this, you should keep my name out of your mouth. If you don't have anything nice to say, maybe you shouldn't say it at all. Isn't that what you got onto me for? You didn't like how I was talking to people, but then it's okay for you to turn around. You didn't like how I was talking to people directly to their faces, but then it was okay for you to go around when I wasn't around and talk poorly about me. That was okay in your book. So go ahead. Defend yourself.
You were being hyper-aggressive to people that were just sitting there.
Hyper-aggressive. I love it. A man tells me I'm being hyper-aggressive. You know what I call that? Your white fragility showing. I'm not a documenter like you. I am here to be an avid anti-racist. Look at you.
This is where the fragility is. The flabs of steel, baby.
What a fool you are. All right, that's all the time you get from me. Move along, FlutterNater. Flutter away. Flutter away.
Fluttering. We're fluttering. She loves me. She just won't say it. It's fucking weird. All right, we're moving on. I wish I could actively read chat for what you're all saying, but yep. That's my biggest fan. Sorry to all 150 of you that that had to watch that, you know, since I only have 150 fans. I still don't understand what she means by exploiting the movement, that I only show up, like, she has it in her mind that I'm selling my footage to mainstream media for some reason, and I really don't know where the fuck she got this from. Whew. Oh, there's more militia guys. We're in Gainesville, Texas. Gainesville was super peaceful until about a week ago when the right-wing militia people showed up in force. I wasn't able to go that day because I've been working my ass off for the last 2 fucking weeks. Haven't been able to do anything. Let's take this job! Bark the blip! Bark the blip! That one's for you, Taylor. Bark the blip!
This is what I get for asking y'all to talk amongst yourselves. If y'all don't hush, I'm going to send everybody to the corner. Hey, you're trying to take away my First Amendment rights. Keep chanting about all up, bro. All right. The man who designed this flag is William Porcher Miles. Now, when the Confederacy needed a flag, they did not hire graphic designers. They just had somebody around who was getting fast. And in this particular case, William Porcher Miles was a South Carolina professor of literature.
That took my job.
So he told us his political ideas, the ideas that he expressed in this flag. Alright, so this is from an address that he gave on March 30th, 1852 to some learned society. Alright, so he has been speaking about a number of issues. He's been speaking about a number of issues, and then he says, I talked about this stuff. If I say under God, will you hush? If I say under God, will you hush? If I say under God, will you hush? Now, fine, under God, will you hush? All right. He has been talking about several issues because it can bring up a prevalent political error. That error is that a Republican form of government is not only the best form of government abstractly, but that it's necessarily everywhere and always the only good and tolerable and true form of government. This is a very common idea among Americans.
What you guys didn't see at the end was me pulling up my shirt and rubbing my stomach at her. Because it's hilarious. All right. How many guns? Let's count them. Open carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then there's the guy with the shotgun, 7. Now, how many assholes? Let's count them. Redneck Lives Matter. Wow, what a fucking dick. Oh, that's 8. That's actually 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. We're one above the holy number.
So this is going to make some of us feel really nice.
Alright, you can go ahead and permaban. Don't permaban. Sorry, you're getting permaban, bro.
actually said that Anglo-Saxons are peculiarly the people who signed up for practical common sense, and I am 100% Russian.
You know damn well Kyle's a murderer. You just want to stir up shit to feel important.
Asking about some
I get it. I get it. You're one of those types that doesn't want to admit that white privilege exists because you haven't amounted to very much despite it.
That red, that means as in communist Republicans. Socialists, red Republicans, socialists and communists, abolitionists, free soilers and barn burners. The guy who made that flag thought that abolitionism was communism. The guy who made that flag thought abolition was communism. Now, they say if you don't learn the lessons of history, you're doomed to repeat them. In 1850, there's a famous Southern preacher named Benjamin Thornwell.
I got to meet my biggest fan today.
Widely reprinted about how abolitionists were communists. That was 1850. That is 2 years after the Communist Manifesto, and they started saying that abolitionists were communists. Bump up to the 1950s. All across the South, they've got gigantic billboards talking about how Dr. King's a communist. Nowadays, you say Black Lives Matter, and someone screams Marxist organization. That lie has not changed in 200 years. You are telling the same lies that our great-great-great-great-grandparents
Nobody
told.
wearing a mask on that side. Of course they're not.
That ain't so.
Oh, fucking pistol packing mama over here with the shotgun. Not even holstered. She's just holding it up. She's got a sling, but she's not using it. She's gonna kill that tree.
This would seem self-evident, yet it is the very contrary of this which red republicanism, socialism, or whatever other form the hydra-headed monster may assume practically asserts. Political liberty, gentlemen, I say it boldly, is not an inalienable right, but an acquired privilege. To regard it in any other light is to lower its value and debase its nature. The monstrous and dangerous fallacy of Thomas Jefferson, with which our Declaration of Independence begins, has...
All right, go ahead and ban Megaburn. Not putting up with that.
And yet this very fallacy which melts away the first breath of logic vanishes in the first lines of reasonable.
So you got to meet my biggest fan.
I met your big. Oh. Whoo. Yeah, I had to walk away for half a second because I tend to get in between fights, so I had to walk away. That was.
I'm just gonna mute the stream for a minute.
Like, say it was, but it was.
Oh, there's a Gainesville police release aimed at her.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was... Ooh, she's just very aggressive, and, I mean...
But I'm the bad one.
It's,
I'm sorry you had to find out this way.
I mean, I don't know what her...
Deal?
I can't think of the word. What her point is for streaming this, if it's for information or what, but if it's just for information, she's keep her mouth shut, you know what I mean? And just document. She just escalates things,
Well,
and it's not appropriate.
There's a blog called Living Blue in Texas.
Yes, I am familiar with it.
Yeah, they used one of my clips for an article once, and I had some drama with them.
Oh, I remember that you wanted them to just credit you, right?
Yeah, and then I don't want to get into it, but basically she knows that blog knows Jessica, and they said that she is not a streamer but an anti-racist activist that just so happens to be streaming. So
Gotcha. So she is there to instigate and escalate, basically.
that's what it seemed like to me, and that's why I called her out on it. But now we have an official streamer rivalry.
Good times, because that's what we need right now.
I know.
But she, as somebody who appears white, she needs to sit down and shut up.
She's 164th karaoke though.
It doesn't fucking matter. This is the Black Lives Movement. If you're white, sit the fuck down and shut up. Speak when appropriate. It's not appropriate to get into these spaces and escalate the situation.
Well, I'm gonna go capture some more angry yelling people.
Okay. I lost the person that I track of. I'm gonna go find him again.
That's our medic friend who recently got a gun and is now gun friend.
Within blue and white standard sheet, our Southern Cross flew our red field to take the place of a white flag that was occupied by the blue, leaving in the open. United States flag of the St. George's Cross, the British flag. As a people,
Well, a lot more people have shown up.
supremacy of the white man of an inferior or colored race, a white flag would thus be emblematical of our cause. The guy who designed that said that it was white because it was for white people in their war against abolition. Upon a red field would stand forth our Southern Cross gemmed with the stars of our Confederation, all combined. All right. It may be objected that a flag in which white prevails might be mistaken for a flag of truce, which it was. That it could not be seen as distinctly as red or blue, that it would be easily soiled and so forth. The first objection is not good, because you can flip it upside down. In the smoke of battle, now you're going to love this one. In the smoke of battle or at sea against the blue sky, the white would stand out as vividly as either the stars and stripes or abolitiondom. The man who made that flag said that our stars and stripes were the stars and stripes of abolitiondom. He said what he was fighting against. He said what that banner stood against. That banner was designed to demonstrate the superiority of the white man. Cheer it again.
Say the facts. Say the facts.
All right. If you don't know the lessons of history, you're doomed to repeat them. There's a lot of idiots. There's a lot of idiots. I mean in general, but there's a lot of idiots who don't know what the Civil War was about. If you can't tell that what I just read was white supremacy, then you definitely cannot find white supremacy at any other time or place. Right now, we have the school-to-prison pipeline, and we have policing inequities. You guys are doing great. We have, inequities in food and healthcare and environmental resources. We have inequities in everything, but it's all subtle. It's actually hard to see. You have to study. If you can't tell that these people screaming about the superiority of the white man was racist, you certainly can't figure out anything racist that's going on nowadays. If you can't tell that they were racist in 1860,
Good shit.
if you can't tell that they were racist in 1860, that costs you nothing. I can know any historical fact and I don't have to do anything about it. But if I wanted to recognize anything unjust about my society right now, I might have to do something about it. If I'm not willing to see 160 years ago, I am definitely not willing to see what's going on right now. If you don't know why the southern states seceded, you cannot understand American history. And in that case, you are doomed to repeat it. And here we are. So take it down!
So, the whole point is this guy's showing all the different flags of this Confederacy
So we're going to get marching
for
here in a
education.
moment.
Oh, we're gonna march.
Actually, before that, Jeffrey's going to have a few words.
Wear a mask, you die.
Let's stand in for you.
Today I want to address those who oppose the movement and memorials to the
I'm sorry, I can't understand you.
Y'all don't know me.
I can't understand you, Dad.
My family has been in Texas since 1890. We were farmers, ranchers, hunters, soldiers, mailmen, and carpenters. I think we had a postmaster, I'm not too certain on that. Buildings that my great-grandfather built with his own hands where he no doubt bled still stand. I am proud of my family members who walked. By the way, Section 4201 is a Class B misdemeanor that the police department is refusing to enforce right now.
Ooh.
Look it up on your phones. I am proud of my family members who walked before me.
I'm not fat, I'm just
They were
thick.
salt of the earth folks who did their best in an imperfect world. I grew up in a very small Texas town that grew much bigger, much like here. I graduated from two of the finest universities in the world, the University of Texas and Texas State. I raised 4 children in a beautiful Texas town. I care for my family's elderly while I prepared for the future of our kids. I'm proud of who I am.
You're
So
cute,
even though
thick
my
boy.
truck isn't a
Aw,
Texas
thank
edition,
you.
I address you today as a fellow Texan.
But it's thick with 2 C's. Because my C got the extra.
I call black folks the N-word out of anger and for fun. I've crossed the street to avoid passing black men. I've told jokes about them. I've avoided black-sounding names while hiring and dating. I did this. It happened. This is the truth. I'm not proud of this, but I am not ashamed of it either. I didn't know better. You see, I was raised in a Texas where black people didn't exist because they didn't belong. Let me give you an example. There was one black student in my elementary school grade, Terrence, and I touched his weird hair. I did this. It happened. This is the truth. I'm not proud of this, but I am not ashamed of it either, because I didn't know better. In the Texas I grew up in, family reunions consisted of discussions about sorry black folks. There were lots of laughs to be had. I laughed. I did this. It happened. This is not the truth, or this is the truth. I'm not proud of this, but I'm not ashamed of it either. I didn't know better. In the Texas I grew up in, there were no black folks or even people of color at my church. If any were to be seen, I would assume they were beggars. I did this. It happened. This is the truth. I'm not proud of this, but I'm not ashamed of it either. I didn't know better. I tell you these things today, not as boats to my white Texas friends
Welcome
or as
from
barbs
Missouri.
to my black Texas friends, but so that all of you know I'm one of you. I remain proud of my family, who they were, and who I am. I did this. It happened. This is the truth. I'm not proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it either. I didn't know better. Let me get even more personal with you. I want to tell you about a time when I had to face an uncomfortable truth about a family member to whom I looked up to.
I'm
I will
this
not
close
name him.
to being in a
Through a
music
series
video.
of events, it became necessary for my daddy to tell me about the uncomfortable truth about this unnamed family member. He had done terrible things. He had hurt many family members. He had brought great shame on our family name. We were whispered about in town. When his name was spoken, there were 2 sets of truth that everyone knew: the great, fun things he had done, which were talked about, and the evil things which we did not speak about. So now that I had learned the uncomfortable, absolute, unquestionable truth from my daddy about this family member in whom I had previously placed so much admiration, what was I to do? First, I thought a whole lot about the situation. Then I forgave him. Then I attended his funeral, putting flowers on his tombstone. On February 2, 1861, county-level delegates representing the people of Texas, after having met in Houston, Texas, released a document entitled "A Declaration of the Causes Which Impelled the State of Texas to Secede from the Federal Union." Texas said loudly and proudly to the entire world, "This is why we are leaving the United States of America." I would read parts of it to you, but honestly, it's almost a completely different language than what we are used to. They talked a lot, so in the interest of clarity and time, I've summarized Texas's reasons for leaving the United States of America. Texas wanted to protect slavery from the government of the United States. The U.S. federal government wasn't giving Texas enough money to fight Indians. White people were better than black people, and naturally, black people should live underneath the rule of white people. Texas used 1,626 words to tell us why Texas was leaving the United States of America, and only gave us these 3 reasons. 1,626. They didn't run out of paper or words. No one was preventing them from speaking their minds or telling the truth. They weren't attempting to be politically correct. They spoke their minds and gave just 3 reasons. I know this is not what a lot of us were taught. Why? Because like with my family members after losing the war, there was much shame and guilt and hurt feelings. Texas needed to move on, so did the entire nation. But some folks took it too far. I have one cousin that denies anything evil ever happened. All she will talk about in this regard is the kind things he did, our kinsman did. The United Daughters of the Confederacy, the people who put up
150 to 200 people.
ignored the shameful facts.
About 150 of us and
Exclusively the good.
about 50 counter protesters.
Lipstick on that page. Called it a beauty pageant. I can't and I won't apologize. I can't and I won't.
I'm already on the side of the protesters. We are protesting a Confederate statue.
To do so would be serious bullshit. I didn't want you to talk ill of the dead either. Did you notice that when I talked about my family, I didn't name any names or specific people? I only told you about
How many armed? Last I counted 12, but some of them have come out. We've got armed people on either side.
I think is reasonable that you agree with the difference between honoring someone and respecting someone. Respect is attending a funeral. Respect is not speaking ill of the dead. Respect is forgiving them and placing flowers on their tombstone. Respect is also listening when a speaker is speaking. Honoring the dead, there are a lot of disrespectful people here.
Hey, I got a present for you, Flutter.
Present for me?
Hang on, let me get it. Keep filming.
Okay. I think she may be my biggest fan now.
Without elevating him as an example for my children, I don't have to honor him for his good deeds and showing respect to each and every one of us as human
You think you can watch a pin with just your eyes? Can you? Do a field sobriety test? I bet you could.
How many beers did you have? How many beers did you have? How many beers you have?
Shut up, Jason.
Jason, I'm a fourth citizen here.
Talk about the
I'm a U.S. citizen. I have more rights than you do. Yeah. How much do you make in a fucking week? How much do you fucking make a week?
There's 300 million more from Soros right now. What? Yeah. Why are you wearing that shirt?
You got 300 million?
Every minute I'm getting 300 million from Soros.
I love it.
Whoa.
I'm just like Teebs now.
I just got a raise. I'm gonna get 900 million a minute now. Swimming in that Soros money.
My pig tried to commit suicide. He couldn't handle it.
Something about being a traitor. Something about killing U.S. soldiers under this flag.
Is this where we jerk the hog?
And they required a permit. What they were doing with that permit information was calling the opposite side and telling them our plan. We have the proof.
No suicide jokes. I don't care who it's about.
We put in a permit request for one day, and it was denied, even though there was another function going on, and we got approval through that family to march after their function. GPD refused that permit, and right after they sent us an email saying that they were refusing our permit, they had already picked up the phone and contacted the opposers and told us of our change of plan. It is time that we call this out.
Hold on.
Officer Justin Patterson with Gainesville Police Department has been seen on Facebook under the pseudonym Axel Foley.
Yep.
He has said that he would like to see a counter-protest against us, to find our jobs, and to protest our families.
Wow.
We brought this to the attention of Gainesville Police Department Chief, and he said there is nothing they can do.
My mom in here. Oh, he's a
We are asking that he be relieved from his duty. If Gainesville Police Department is going to stay as neutral as what they are saying, then all their officers off duty and on duty need to be just that, neutral. Putting on Facebook, trying to find where we work, and to protest our families and homes is not being neutral. We are done keeping these meetings in silent. So when we march today, we are marching for the court commissioners, who, by the way, we sent another email to and asked that they meet with us. I sent a very sincere email and said, let's reach across the aisle, and today they have still yet to reply because they don't want to talk. They lied on the commissioner's court and said that they're willing to talk, but they won't reach back out. They'll ignore our phone calls. They'll deny our public request, our public information request, which is now being tied up by the Attorney General's office. It is time that if Gainesville Police Department wants to stay neutral, they need to stay neutral. Permits are not required on the courthouse lawn, and we will not be getting permits further because they just use that information to tell counter-protesters our plans. Let's talk about July 1st. Everybody wants to talk about July 1st. July 1st, we had a protest here, and that whole side was lined with counter-protesters armed and trigger-happy. We obtained the permit request for them that literally said the purpose of their meeting was to show of force. Now, if you look up the definition of show of force, that's not very peaceful to me. It's a military tactic used as a warning shot, and they approved it. But yet they want to put on their press release yesterday that they don't want out-of-towners coming. You should have done that a long time ago. We will continue to march every week until this statue is removed by the court commissioners. We will not be silenced and we will not be intimidated. You, sir, carrying your gun, pointing it at us. I see you put it up now because the police officers asked you. That will not intimidate us. So now we are going to march. Please march with us. We are going to obey the laws because they are chomping at the bits to arrest us. So we will stay on the sidewalks. I ask that everybody follow us, and we're going to meet at the statue before we march. But this is why we're out here. This is why we're not going to stay silent. When you have the police officers not being neutral and refusing to hold their officers accountable, and then you also have the court commissioners refusing to talk to us, to listen to us. The city of Gainesville, the Cook County commissioners, and GISD had a committee. The mayor loves to boast about this committee. They had a committee after the prayer vigil we had for George Floyd, which, by the way, these people showed up with their guns for that, too. So while we had a peaceful prayer vigil, they had a committee formed. That same committee is why Gainesville City Council decided to remove the statue at Leonard Park. Yet our county court commissioners were in that same meeting, yet they didn't listen. How is it that people were in the same meeting, yet the county court commissioners came up with a different outcome than everybody else? That statue is going to come down eventually. It may take me 1 year, it may take me 20 years, but that statue will come down. So I ask that everybody march with us in solidarity as we call for the removal of the Confederate statue, and we call for racial justice, because it is a problem. In 2003 and 2002, our Cook County Sheriff's officers, 3 of them were arrested for civil rights violations after they beat people who were already in custody. That didn't make the news here because they wanted to keep it under wraps. But it's happening. As late as 2013, the ACLU of Texas put the Cook County Sheriffs on notice after racial biasing reports came out that you were 27% more likely to be arrested for minor marijuana charges than if you were white. That was the 4th worst racial bias report in the nation and the 2nd worst in Texas. Now we have talked to the officers, and we meet with them weekly. But after Gainesville Police Chief Kevin Phillips told us, we met with him and we were concerned about the false report going around about us burning down the courthouse, which obviously is false. They refused to put out a press release for our safety saying that it's not credible, citing they can't take sides. Instead, Captain Garner said on KXII that there's no way to confirm if it's credible or if it's not, which just puts our lives in danger even more. But as you can see, we're peaceful, we've always been peaceful, and we will continue to be peaceful. So I asked the city of Gainesville, Cook County, Texas, to join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. because we will not stop. Join us every week as we march the streets, the sidewalks of California Street and other streets, demanding the removal of this statue. We will stay within the law, so they have no reason to arrest us, but if they do, we have plenty of documentation to back up that we are legal and peaceful. Anybody who says otherwise is simply not telling the truth. So let's march, because why? Because Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
All right, let's head to the statue. Let's head to the statue and let's march.
And for everybody else, I will be staying at the statue, so if you don't want to march, there's
I love it.
of people that will be here with you. Don't worry about that. We have water up here still. I've got some hand sanitizer I'm about to come around with. Water is in the cooler. All on concrete. So if you need anything, find me in the back room.
Justice! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down!
No KKK, no racist USA! No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA!
No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA! No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA! No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA!
Can I get your sign? It looked like blood. I'll be honest. I don't know. I caught the lights just right, and I thought that you'd smeared blood on it.
That would be awful.
No racist USA! No UDC, no KKK! Racist USA! No UDC, no KKK! No racist USA! Terror, terror, terror! Terror, terror, terror! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what diversity looks like. This is what inclusion looks like.
Yeah, the sun kind of ruined that, but...
This is what inclusion looks like. This is what America looks like. No peace.
And we're gonna pass my car. That's right, I parked here in 2-hour parking. I got 45 minutes left.
Black lives matter. No peace. No peace. Police. Justice. Now. Justice. Now. Shut it down. Shut it down. Black lives matter.
Oh, thank you, Abattoir.
George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd.
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor!
Breonna Taylor. Which one? Which one? Which one? Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No peace. No peace. No peace. Fuck these racist ass police.
There's a pink Trump supporter flag.
Enough is enough. We won't go back. Enough is enough. We won't go back.
Well, hey, burn it down. It's been a while.
Black lives matter.
Did you know that Black Lives Matter?
Black lives matter.
Did you know that this is 2-hour parking?
These racist statues got to go. Ho ho. These racist statues got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. Racist statues got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. The racist statues got to go. Ho ho. The racist statues got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho. The racist statues got to go. Hey hey. Ho ho.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter is cool and all, but did you know that my cannabis is 10% purple?
Black lives matter. No peace. No peace. Police. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
This cop's got like... Oh. I was about to say he got the police microchip, but then I realized that's a cochlear implant. Whoops!
Justice! Now! Justice! Now! Shut it down! Shut it down! Black lives matter! Black lives matter! This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what community looks like! This is what community looks like!
Show them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like!
Find them what America looks like.
This is what America looks like! Black lives matter!
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter!
All lives came out until what?
Black lives matter!
No justice.
No peace!
No justice.
No peace!
No racist.
Police!
No UDC. No KKK.
Good things.
If they take men, those silly cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
Good things.
If they take men, those silly cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. If they take men, those silly cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. If they take men, those silly cops to jail. The whole damn system is guilty as hell. All lives matter to what? Black lives matter. All lives matter to what? Black lives matter. No justice. No peace. No justice.
Yeah, my moderator's a hyper-fascist. You're gonna have to beware. Okay, talk about a burnout.
Let me get off the tracks and move over here.
How's it going? Where you live at? What? Yeah. Up and Up News? Are you on Twitch, YouTube? Facebook. Okay. I don't use Twitter. Say what? I don't. I got here late. I know nothing. I don't live here. I know nothing. I'm white. I know nothing. This is the silent section of town.
All lives matter to what? Black lives matter.
Yes, the tree of silence right above us.
Black lives matter. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Fight back. Fight back. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No peace. No peace.
You know, I find that interesting. For all the talk about how I'm exploiting the BLM movement, I don't see Jessica anywhere in this march. My biggest fan, my rival streamer. Don't worry, guys, I'll forget about her after today. We had our closure.
The whole damn system is guilty as hell. The whole damn system is guilty as hell.
Valley View. They got the Valley View police here. Nice of them to take time off from viewing the valley.
This is what community looks like. This is what community looks like. This is what diversity looks like. This is what America looks like. Black lives matter.
Get out of the road.
Black lives matter.
Get out of the road.
Justice, no peace.
Uh-oh.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
They stopped the Amazon truck. Hooray for disrupting Lord Bezos.
Clear the roadway.
Fuck off, 12.
Walk on past this water.
Telling us to stay in the road, and we're not listening. I like it. You know, it's not as hot in Gainesville. So I'm hoping my camera's a little more stable. That was a good speech. Now the question is, are we going to stay in the street? And last I heard, streets were a valid avenue for protest. No pun intended.
Which one? Which one? Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! No peace! Police!
Thank you for exposing. I've held on this evidence for weeks now. I always keep a paper trail. That pisses me off when they basically...
They're mad that we're in the street.
Enough is enough, we won't go back!
Shut it down! Shut it down! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
This is what community looks like!
This is what community...
Oh shit, is that a Glitzy Girls?
This is what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! This is what community looks like! This is what America looks like!
This is what America looks like!
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter!
No racist USA! No UDC, no KKK, no racist USA!
stay back. Everybody stay back.
Until my mother-in-law get back on the sidewalk, I'm not getting it.
Everybody stay back.
They're not going back. It's okay for your friends. No, that's okay. I'm a legal advisor. Don't worry about it.
Okay, let's all get up on the curb. Let's all get up on the curb.
Sit down this time and then. Okay, just get on that one. All right, guys, make sure you're drinking your water, please.
I agree. Temperature-wise, it's pretty bad too.
Anybody want to look that way? Anybody?
Can't go in the street? Yeah, you. You're the same type of person that these people would have put in internment camps. You. Behind you. That's right, Jeff. I'm talking to you. Yes. I got you.
Oh shit, I'm jealous.
Is that you?
These are your friends. These are the same type of people that locked your people up during World War II. These are your friends? Yeah, go fuck yourself, Jeff.
Damn, Jeff. I don't know what you did to piss her off, but damn. Why are all of y'all facing us? We got one facing that way. Two. Can't y'all like stagger yourselves? Alternate?
Because Antifa is violent.
I had to tell the police over in Weatherford yesterday to stagger and look both directions instead of just watching us.
You want to put your hands on me and the police say you're going to arrest me? What makes him the
I'd hate for you to
exception?
appear racist.
Why is he the exception? Because he's your buddy? He says he wants to say hi to his buddy? I didn't want to believe in Gainesville that PD really is one-sided. Y'all be surprised.
You'll find it satisfying.
Right, fuck yours. Fuck mine. Well, you on live or what?
Oh yeah.
Here, man, get me in. Let me get on live. Hey, pride.
Yeah, fuck your flag. Black Lives Matter. My man. I recognize that forehead.
Did you see this?
Oh, we're looking at chat.
Did you see that?
I don't know, the message is someone is restreaming on you with only the Flutternater. If they're harmless, I would say let them do it.
I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Bro, it's hard for me to check chat. Thank you.
I know, yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll get in contact with them later, but I made it. That's how you know I made it. I got fake fans. Oh my God. I got people trying to be me. I got people trying to wean me.
You better use it if you pull it. I mean that.
The Confederate monument on the courthouse square. It has to go. It's got to go very soon. The longer we come out here together, we continue letting our voices be heard, the sooner that monument goes away. All we want to do is take it one block to the right over here, just put it in Martin Museum, just don't leave it on the courthouse square. I hope that it didn't sound like we had any opposition really listening tonight, but I was kind of hoping that they would get to listen to that education aspect, because I definitely think it's important as we move forward as Americans to know our history so that we don't repeat it. I keep hearing that if we move the monument, we forget history, but that's just not true. We have books, we have communication, we have teachers, we learn, we continue to learn. And we'll continue to learn when that monument's relocated. We'll continue to rise, we'll continue together. And thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for
Austin, Texas, thank you for being here. Parker County Progressives in solidarity. Bro, everybody that's been here, medics, anybody who bought water, I appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that you will continue supporting us until we get this monument relocated, and even after. But thank y'all for coming out.
And no radar beam, but I did get the Teebs special.
We got a few more speakers that are going to speak tonight, so please give them your attention. When people are up here speaking, they're not just wasting their breaths, okay? So I know y'all across the aisle like to holler and scream and stuff. If you just take a moment to listen, maybe you'll learn something.
Good evening, everybody. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank Pro-Gainesville. Everybody clap it. Give it up for Pro-Gainesville. Staying strong.
It should be known that the YouTube feed rebroadcasting me is
Remember something.
I'm not affiliated with it.
I spoke with a gentleman, and he was saying that it disturbs him that there's a label, that there's a Black Lives Matter. Remember, nobody's saying your life doesn't matter. What they're asking you to do is do some history work. Take yourself back. Back when Gainesville had two sides of the track. Back when Gainesville had two parks. One black park, one white park. And that was because black people couldn't swim in the pool. Take yourself back. When black people couldn't even go to the Gainesville movie theater right up the street, 1 block away from here. And then when they could, they had to go up top, in the top level. We're raising you up because you still not understanding why you upset about Black Lives Matter. So I'm trying to let you realize why we're out here. George Floyd.
We're living in the past, so let's get rid of your fucking statue.
Blake. Daniel, I mean, you gotta think, there's just so much going on here in 2020
Oh, she's illegal.
that should get your attention because obviously in history class, that can get your attention.
Standing talking to that ball guy.
So now, when they were saying civil rights in the day, you had a problem with civil rights being made in the day.
We know who is animosity. A lot of all the ones in black shirts. Nobody ain't gonna be going home.
Just yelled that she would break his hamstring. Oh, hold on.
Are you going to save him? You're taking our pictures and want to
I want to be over there yelling shit. They want to go over and say what's up to me. I've been watching.
Sutsy.
How you doing?
Been all right.
How you been?
Alive, working, busy, aggravated, but this is the first time I've been able to come out to anything, so it feels good.
Really?
Yeah, except for McKinney. We finally got a third guy, so I might be able to get my nights free. Who knows? What is the monument? It's a Confederate statue to the Confederate soldiers and sailors in loving tribute erected. Oh, excuse me. Oh, home of tears, but let her bear this blazoned to the end of time. No ration rose so white and fair, none fell so pure of crime. God holds the scales of justice. He will measure praise and blame. In the South will stand the verdict, and will stand it without shame. To the women of the Confederacy, whose pious ministrations to our wounded soldiers and sailors soothed the last hours of those who died far from the objects of their tenderest love, and whose patriotism will teach their children to emulate the deeds of their revolutionary sires. To the Confederate bitches and bastards, fuck you.
I grew up with guns, so.
Kiss me!
All bad.
And we need your vote to make sure that
Fucking calling me weird.
You're just in denial.
You're reading this collective history, like.
let's go.
Orange got to go! Orange got to go!
I think we have a lot more cops now than we started with.
Hey guys, we're gonna play a recording. There's somebody who wanted to be here with us. She's a veteran, and she had a message for everybody out here. So we told her that we would play her message, so everybody can
Yeah,
hear.
those Confederates are dead. Fucking shit on their grave.
I'm a 67-year-old disabled veteran. I'm also black. I'm afraid. And I'm hopeful at the same time because of you. Because no matter what, you're going to be there until changes happen. And I know it. And I know that you put your lives at risk every day doing this for us, for me. And I don't know how to show my appreciation except to stand with you and let you know that no one has
The guy
ever
earlier
done
was on
this
the wrong
much
side.
for us. Thank you.
Protesters are on this side. Counter protesters over there.
So before we put music back on, I just wanted to say that that message was sent to Pro-Gainesville, but I want everyone that's here with us to hear that, because she was talking to everyone that is standing out here on this side. You're all changing this town. We've all changed it. We're going to continue changing it, and it's changing for the better because of us. It's not because of anybody else that's standing out here. It's not because of the militias. It's not because of the shows of force. It's not because of all the hateful words on Facebook. We're not causing the divisiveness. We're gluing it back together, stitching it up. We're making equality happen for everyone. We're going to get someone new in the Commissioner's Court. Plenty of new people in the Commissioner's Court. I think Hollowell's the first one to get out, though. His voting is coming up, so make sure you write in something for that. But yeah, we're changing this. This is going to happen. I promise you, the statue is not staying. I don't know how it's going, but it's going some way. It's going to move right down there, or it's going to move to the cemetery where it can die and grow old. So just remember what she said in that message. This is all happening because of everyone here. It's not because of Pro-Gainesville. It's not because of anybody that comes out of town. It's every single one of us and the want to make this town better. And we're going to do it. I promise y'all. We're going to do it.
Oh, this is a fucking jam.
Hello, Gainesville. How are y'all doing?
This is not a jam.
I just want to start by saying this to you. I am so proud of Pro-Gainesville. Because when I first came down here, I knew that, you know, you all felt smothered and locked in, having to exercise your First Amendment on the sidewalk. You know? But let me just say this. No matter what they say, you helped build this land. Our ancestors, they helped build this land. And let me tell you, black people have been oppressed for a very long time. And they wonder why we get so mad, and they wonder why we do the things that we do. But let me tell you something. We're so tired of being treated wrong. We're tired of being pulled over on the side of the road. And for you to tell me that I'm doing something wrong because I'm driving while black. Do you not understand that? We're tired. You don't know what tired feel like? Get your ass up and run down up and down the street until you can't no more. That's what tired feel like. Put some brakes on your damn back and run. That's what tired feels like. Black people are tired and you want to sit across the street and you want to talk your bullshit about how you don't understand. Well, let me tell you something. Our kids are dying. Trayvon Martin with some damn tears and Skittles, but he died. Come on now, Sandra bled in a car because she was making a turn. Come on now, but she died. Come on now, 9 minutes, George Floyd on the ground with a knee on his neck. 9 minutes. He died. So you don't get it? You don't like the rage that we have in us because we're tired? You don't like the rage that we carry with us because we're tired of being misjudged and mistreated? Let me tell you something about this brown skin. It can't go no damn where. So respect it or shut the hell up. Because let me tell you something, nobody said your life didn't matter. It's just that for years, my life has not. So if you open your dumb ass ears and understand that we're trying to get a simple message to you, to respect the skin color of a black person, a black human being. What do you not understand about that? You want us to get out here and you want us to do this every day so that the dumbness inside of you can step forward and say, oh, now I get it. How much education does it take? Some of you say you have degrees and you're already educated, but you're still dumb. Woo. It shouldn't take this much. You want to come out here and you want to exercise your rights and you want to say you got the right? We already know. We've been knowing that for years. You've been had the right. It took a long time for them to give us ours. So we don't need to hear about your damn rights. We know that you have them. All we're asking is that you respect that we have them too. Well, why do they have to bring guns? We let you bring them out first, right? We tried to do this peaceful. Then you walk around with your finger on the trigger. Police, you ought to do a better job. You don't see our watchmen with their fingers on the trigger. But they're walking around with their finger on the trigger. And then once something go down, you'll be in my damn face. But you don't think I have the right to protect myself? Shut the hell up. I'm going to talk to you like your damn mama or your daddy should have talked to you. You shut your ass up. Because let me tell you something, ignorance is bliss. And your parents and your ancestors have taught it to you for a long time. So you dumb, you don't have no knowledge. So sit out here and understand that we're trying to educate you. Because right now, what you are looking at, you're looking at the new coming. And it's happening. It's happening. So show some damn respect. Show it. We don't have time to argue with you about a skin color. You want us to focus on saving our children. We're sitting out here trying to save our children and then at the same time trying to save our damn selves because we're black.
They're going to shut the hell up again.
Do you not understand? Your history books have lied to you. Shut up. They've lied to you. You're not as educated as you thought you were. And what comes with ignorance is trash. And that's what you are right now. Until you can learn to treat a black human being, you are walking trash. So Gainesville, all I have to say is keep exercising your rights, your First Amendment. We're doing that right now. And my Second Amendment, I will always, as a black woman, always Because let me tell you something. I would never let my life be that easy to take. Have you ever heard I'd rather them than me? Because goddammit, that's exactly what I say. I'd rather you than me. Because I don't hate you. You hate me. So I hope tonight you can go home and set aside your Confederate flags. Set aside your guns. Because guess what? Without your guns, you still won't win. Do you not know the strength that an average black person has because of the shit they have to go through? We are not our ancestors. We will whoop your ass. Woo. This is a new time. This is not back in the day. Please don't get it confused. We have children, and we now know, guess what? We have rights. So if you already gave that to us, ain't no taking it back. You can't take it back. It's already given to us, and we're already utilizing it. So just get hell ready, okay? Get hell ready. Gainesville, keep doing your thing. And I'll make sure to keep bringing out all the support that I can. Because it's a goddamn shame that there's so much racism in this town. Amen. I will be praying over this place every night before I lay my head down. Whatever it takes to support Gainesville. You know, I always say that if I could just bring Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas on out here, I just don't think they'd be ready. But you know what? Me is enough. Me is enough. Because they're not ready for this type of hell. But one thing about it, you're going to respect my black people. You're going to respect them. Because guess what? Without that gun, you ain't nothing, buddy. You can set your gun down right now, and I can tell you about our black men. They strong. All it takes is one hit. You always ignorant. Stay blessed and keep your heads up. And don't let the dawn preach to the smart ever. You wouldn't want Chicago coming here. All right. All right, sister.
We're gonna play some music. And play some music, kind of chill out for a bit on our courthouse, because this is our courthouse. I just got one last message that I want to deliver to our law enforcement. Law enforcement, you know our schedule. We will be here every week. At 6 p.m. on Sundays. We will not be requesting permits, and you will know our routes when you get here. We are tired of the miscommunication, and we demand that Officer Justin Patterson of Gainesville Police Department resign immediately for not being neutral. And until he does, we will continue to march. Even if that statue leaves, we will continue to march until he has resigned. So everybody have a good night. We're going to play some music. We got one more thing that wants to be said.
And if you're ready to go home, we have plenty of people to escort, so please let us know so we can get you to your cars and get you home safely. The sun's going down, and I would like everybody to leave as quickly as possible because I don't want to be out here when the sun is down with everyone. I would love to be out here when the sun is down, but I want everybody out here. So if you need an escort, come find one of us so we can get somebody to walk you to your car, please.
Well,
one more thing, I just wanted to say thank you everyone for coming. I love seeing all of your beautiful faces.
She thinks I'm beautiful.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter, they always will matter. But everyone get home safe, and thank you for coming. Have a good night.
Celebrate good times, come on!
Sing it! Sing it!
Hey! It's gonna come! It's gonna come in your house too! Why are you leaving? It's too hard living.
Well, that may be it. We'll stay around for a little bit, but I don't think much more is going to happen. Look at all those cops just sitting in there.
I'm gonna go.
We shall get armed medic-friend. Ishna!
I got something I need to watch.
Oh.
Nothing, no big deal.
She gotta watch. She gotta watch. Wearing watches. Yeah, she wearing watch. Good shit today. Hopefully I can come out more often. This is the first week I've been able to since the first week you met me, but if you even remember.
I do remember. You parked with us from BP Douglas. The park.
Yep. Well, I'm only in 2-hour parking. You know the police.
Oh, they ain't gonna do nothing to you.
They better not. Otherwise, I'll have to bring out the squeaky toy. When was the last truffle? I did 2 today. One was at the protesters, or the counter protesters. The other was at my biggest fan. Officer Melissa McCarthy on the scene.
Oh, you got it? I'm gonna start getting stuff together. Yeah.
Hey, Tori. I'll hold that spot. You guys take it on and over, all right?
Okay.
I'll hold it. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Staring off into space, eh?
Trying to figure out if they're okay over there or not. What's going
Good work out there.
And we stand up, socks be on the ground. The camera pinned up, king pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up. One day, when the glory comes, it will be
Oh, there's so many more of them in there now. There's so many more. Good speech.
Thank you. So they don't really like it.
they haven't voted to get rid of the statue yet. Hey, have they brought up removing the statue at City Hall yet?
We have two statues. One's at Leonard Park. They voted to take that one down. They had a court commissioners meeting last Monday. They voted to keep this one up.
They voted to keep this one up.
As is.
As is. Okay. Well, there you have it. That's gonna kill you, Sochi.
I know, but like at least this will help me find the cops, right?
I hate that that's a joke. I hate it. I hate it.
Whoops.
I tried adding you on Facebook, by the way.
So I got blocked off of Facebook and off my new Facebook. I don't know why my new Facebook got like blocked or whatever, but like my first one, like I'm banned for 30 days.
What did you do?
Well, I like to sometimes like
stir the pot?
No, I don't get in trouble for that, apparently. I don't get in trouble for any of this shit.
You posted some hot nude girls.
I posted my hot nude self. I sell nudes. And apparently Facebook doesn't like that. I was wearing pasties and everything was covered up. It was perfectly like all like, but no, apparently still like blocked for 30 days.
I don't know if this is the part where I'm supposed to just like ignore it or ask what your price is. I really don't know.
I was really.
What is proper etiquette here?
I was really desperate in DC because like I like didn't realize.
Oh, you went to DC?
Yeah, I just got back today.
Oh. Well, welcome back to Texas.
Yeah, no, it's nice to be back. Apparently, I missed all the like the gas. I mean, like we were there like the night that they pepper sprayed some people, but
Where?
It was minuscule. But then, like, of course, the night that we leave, like they pepper spray and like rubber bullet everybody, because like, of course, after everyone leaves, they're like, you know what, we can do police brutality again.
So how was it?
It was actually a really cool experience because everyone out there was like in it. Like everyone actually like meant what they were like. They were there for a reason. They were all there to like listen and kind of like hear everyone else's ideas. There wasn't as many medics or security as I'd like to think like that DC would have. It makes me feel a lot safer here. But I mean, it was cool to see everyone like kind of come out, like get their ideas spread. There was, I mean, like because there was people from everywhere. Surprisingly, though, I met mostly people from Texas.
Did you meet Hiram? He's another streamer from Austin.
No, we went up with Dave and Steve.
Concrete reporting?
Central Track.
I don't know.
The Central Track people.
Oh, Central Track, yeah. Haven't heard from them in a while.
Yeah, no, they show up every so often. I mean, I see them mostly in Dallas. So yeah, they came up to DC and like they hung out.
That's good.
I have a video of a few of them dancing.
Oh, crossing to our side. Oh.
This is my least favorite one too.
Your least favorite what?
He always looks so sketchy.
Which?
A cop.
That cop?
The first few nights that we came out, like, you couldn't tell he was a cop. Like he was just like not labeled at all.
Well, glad you made it back safely.
Yeah, me too. No, DC was fun. There was a dance party and the march was totally disorganized, but it was definitely a lot of people.
I really wish I could have
and
gone.
most people were wearing masks.
I'd high five, but I'll just elbow bump.
Tap it up. Young
Honestly,
Frankenstein fan.
You know, I haven't seen that one yet. I only recently saw The Producers.
Bro, you gotta get your Mel Brooks on.
Well, Mel Brooks is okay. I feel like a lot of his comedy is a little outdated, especially Blazing Saddles.
All right, Blazing Saddles definitely has a lot of moments where it's like,
Yeah. Like, I realized that back in the day it was mostly like making fun of racism by hyperbolizing its presence. but in the context of what's happening right now, not the best movie to watch.
Yeah. But Hear No Evil, See No Evil is still pretty on point.
I don't know that one.
It's Gene Wilder and what's his name?
I do like Gene Wilder though.
I can't remember his name now, but he plays like they both just do a great job of like playing handicap. Like Gene Wilder, like specifically, like I think like he trained for months to be deaf or to be blind. I forget which one he is. He's either the blind man or the deaf man. But no, you should definitely watch Young Frankenstein and then do Taffeta, darling, Taffeta.
You know, I've heard that it's a really good film, and honestly, it's on my list of things to watch. I've been on a Zucker Brothers kick. So, Airplane, Naked Gun,
Yeah.
basically, shit, what's his name? Leslie Nielsen?
Yeah.
That's my kind of humor, like that very slapstick, cigarette? Yes, I know.
No, I need to see the sequels.
To Naked Gun?
Yeah, to like Naked Gun 2, Naked Gun and a Half.
2.5! Oh, shut up!
Maybe I'll throw this away. That's
Alrighty. I'll be meandering around aimlessly. Get her number? I already have her number. Well, it looks like everyone's kind of dispersing, so I think I might as well head back to my car. Just keep eyes behind us. But yeah, that was, it's good to be back out here. I've definitely missed being able to protest. Cowboy comedian William Lee Martin. Saturday, August 29th. Wow. I'm a G. Confederate beard guy? No, Confederate beard guy isn't here. He's McKinney. He's from McKinney. All right. Well, let's go home. You know what, fuck it. I'll get my water. My 2-liter water. 'Cause I stay hydrated. My squeaky toy went oof. I had Popeyes for dinner. A summary? Alright, hold on. Give me just a goddamn minute. fucking piece, shucking fit ass dick bitchin'. Call girl with scribble tats to watch a movie. How about no? Because I respect women. You have no idea what you're doing here. Well, you're not saying hello, which is a problem. Now, thanks everyone for tuning in. I really don't know what else to say. So, here's your good night kiss. You know, your maybe you'll get COVID from it. You know, just that's right. She was cute. She is cute. She's super cute. I'll admit, I'm gonna infect the Google Assistant lady. You're right. You may single-handedly hold me accountable for the Google. Wait, lady. I've got a man. My assistant's a man. But I now officially have a pig. I finally have a squeaky pig. I finally have a pig. I finally have a squeaky pig. And now to in-stream fucking going band, that's right. Anyway, everyone have a fantastic night. That's the end of this. It was good to be back out there. Hopefully I can do it again soon. I don't know when my next stream is going to be. I love you guys. You deserve another kiss. There you go. Good night. Good night. I love you.